Hey everybody. Oh, I'm gonna turn this music down a little bit just for. Oh wait, I can also turn down my system volume. Cause I'm in my headphones this time. Cause I'm gonna be doing audio stuff. How is this sounding? Okay. No, this is fine. Just pumping it through the monitor. All right. But yeah, a little late today. How are y'all? Me and my partner kind of lost track of time. And I'm drinking her ancient Great Lakes Christmas Ale. It's Christmas in July. There you go. I'm just gonna be file cutting some lines today. As you can see, I have my setup. It's this way on screen. We've got Audacity here and what's this? Google Sheets. Google Sheets with the dialogue export. I have gone into the CK before, and I probably will need to have the CK ready just in case. But yeah, just gonna be file cutting some lines. Um, so it's gonna turn into a weird soundscape in just a moment. How are y'all doing? You will be my entertainment this time. You entertain me. So I'm gonna be file cutting. Which is it's fine, but it's tedious. Just have that. I don't know if I'll need it. Alright. This and you. Where did we end off? Oh, that's not coming through my headphones. It should be. Oh wait, because your audio setup is different. Playback device. Um, Steam streaming. Huh? Oh, are you getting upset because? One second. Are you getting upset because this audio device? Because I just plugged in these headphones and this audio device like didn't exist when I started Audacity. Is that what's happening? Hey, how are you? Good to see you. When Audacity decides to work, I'm going to be cutting out. Yep, there it is. Cutting out voice lines.
Too loud! Stop that!
Okay, and you all can hear that too. Okay, good. Good, good, good.
Wow! Can you teach me?
That's right here.
Wow! Can you...
This is for our male children, by the way, so. Done by a woman, which happens a lot with voice acting. So yeah. In fact, done by, this is Renara Hawk. Oh yeah, it's right up there in the title. Who also did, oh, I forget his name, but the young boy follower from Fallout London. That is also Renara Hawk, if I remember correctly. Uh, I knew they would have wikis about it. Archie? Yes, Archie. technical. You have about who the voice was? Huh. I'm a little surprised that they don't seem to have that info. That was very nice. I did not expect that conversation to go that way. I mean, because at the time I was just in that kind of, like, along with everyone else, in that, like, oh, people don't really care as much. And, you hit me with, like, well, that's why everyone loves you. And I was like, oh, okay. Cool. um. Oh, nice. I know. Is Morrowind still casting? I'm unsure about. I'm perpetually a little unsure about what is going on with Morrowind. Because, like, they make good progress, but also I don't really know what. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't hear as much about them as I do with the other projects, like, internally. Um, but also, I'm very IB centric. I pretty much stick around IB, and then I'll float around in the other servers every once in a while, but I'm not really. I'm very much locked into Iliac Bay stuff.
Wow! Can you teach me? Wow! Can you teach me? Whoa! My bones feel fun.
Mm. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like we might want to take voice acting off of our, like, application form, like for Iliac Bay at least, because I don't really want to. We have brought on someone to, like, do Daedra voices, but that was for, like, a pan PS thing. Like, I really feel like it's nicer to people to just, like, do the specific calls when we need it. Yeah. Because, like, I think it's weird to bring VAs on and not have anything for them to do. You know? If I'm bringing voice actors on, it's because, like, yeah, it's because I want to have work for you immediately. Which we just happen to have. I mean, I guess that's the weird, like, nice thing that can happen every once in a while is that we happen to have someone who auditioned just randomly, and they were good at monster voices. So we were like, oh, you know what? That actually works. We could use that. But yeah. Yeah, I think if I was, like, actually leading a project, which I plan to do soon, I would just wait for casting calls where I know what everyone's doing. If I didn't feel dead and have brain fog a bunch, did you? Yeah, I feel that. I mean, there's plenty of little ways that you can help out, and it's just talking about it and being a part of the community is still helpful. Because it's nice to have eyes on these, and voices that are not. Yeah, we did have a casting call. Those are all cast currently. Everything that Iliac Bay needs is covered by existing voice actors. So eventually, like, fairly soon, I think, for Western Reach, we'll probably have another one. And then that, I think, will be a little easier to get people for, because Western Reach won't have so much of the, like, accented voice types like we have for these. I mean, obviously the children aren't, because children are weird in Skyrim, and it's much, much, much easier to just have them all be one voice, because they're, like, a single race, and there's only like 3 of them that we have right now, so it's like it would be weird if just yeah. I've considered nav mesh is good. It's again tedious like this is. Like I was working on this a little while earlier, and what I've gotten through 10 minutes of this hour long recording. So, just keep plugging away at it and eventually you'll get there. But yeah, I think our next casting call is going to be, I would think, for High Rock, so less of a need for like the Caribbean accents that we've been looking for. Yeah, you just got to keep trying stuff out. Yep. Also, just having good like technical aspects, especially for voice acting, is very important. Like, using a decent microphone, knowing to take a look at your software, your recording software, and make sure you're not peaking. Things like having a pop filter. Also super useful. I don't use it for streaming because it just covers a bunch of my face. Like, this is not. I don't think this is good for home improvement, but it's not good for this. But for voice acting, this really does make a difference. And if you're getting other plosives, or you're getting peaks through that, taking the microphone off axis a little bit can be helpful. This one I feel like is very sensitive, and it doesn't like that. It really wants me to be right up on it. But that's just this specific microphone. This is actually a mic that I got for free years ago. It's a Shure PG48, which I believe is more of a it's more of a, what is it? Like public speaking, PA system kind of mic. But I got it for free. Yeah. That's totally fair. The only reason I have this, and this is an XLR mic, and have the whole setup to do this, is because I work in AV. So I just had an XLR cable hanging around, and then it's plugged into this little DI box that I forget where I got. And then that's plugged into this cheap as hell, like Amazon garbage interface, mic audio interface, that I also got for free. For some people who don't know what they have. People are like, oh, this thing's garbage, I'm not going to use this. Here, do you want it? I'm like, yeah, I'll figure it out, don't worry about it. I had to do some soldering to get this mic working, but it's fine. And also, you are correct. This does need a, you are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Unconventional Darth Vader line. I don't know, when I pulled the DI box out, I dropped something, but I don't know what it is. Fifine? I do not know them. Oh, okay. I think I've seen these around. These look nice. I would say I always, let's see, how integrated is their stuff? Okay, if it can still accept XLR and it's fine, then, like, good, yeah. good. Alright, no, this actually looks like fine stuff. Um, but you know, I have pause whenever it's like, oh, we have our own mic kit system and you have to do everything with that. But no, as long as it's using standard 3-pin SLR or XLR, you should be fine. And should be able to interface with just about anything. Because, like, especially with audio systems, any little thing can go wrong. So you really want to be able to replace anything at a moment's notice, I find. Then again, I am coming from, like, AV and theater, where stuff gets beat up a lot more than in streaming. Like this stuff has been beat up because it's been part of that, but like my streaming, it doesn't actually get, you know, beat up and tossed around and installed somewhere and then reinstalled and whatnot. Broken down and then reinstalled and blah blah blah. But I do remember when I worked at a local, it's actually like a theater that was attached to a gay bar. It was really cool. We were doing like drag shows and LGBT stuff, and there was this horrible ring in the audio system when you would like tune it to a certain volume. You know, it would just like every once in a while hit this awful ring, and I scoured that entire system looking for what was wrong. It turned out it was one single male XLR to male XLR, what we call a turnaround. Literally just to like be able to plug an XLR into another thing. Just a little converter. That thing was fucking up the whole shit. Replace that? Fine. No problem. I just want... Yeah, people don't know what's up with sound systems, with like audio stuff. I used to punch it. Okay, you know what? Yeah. I mean, in terms of mics, it, you know, again, coming from theater and whatnot, I always swear by Shure. Shure just does a really good job. And for the most part, it's, you know, their stuff is pretty easy to find parts for if you need it. It's durable. I could drop this thing and it'd be fine. I could just like do a full-on mic drop and it's whatever. You're not supposed to, but this thing's been through much worse. But yeah, people don't know what they have with audio stuff. It's a very like specific niche. And I do find that like the stuff that I come from within that like AV and more theatrical world and the like audio recording and mastering world very different. Like there's parts that are the same and there's parts that are like wildly different. Which is interesting. There's like a whole other half of that that industry that I just like don't really know. Now I've gotten distracted just talking. That's okay. What I have is a bonk USB condenser mic that I got years ago. And before this, I was just using a here it is, a Blue Snowball, which I think I got this like a decade ago, probably more. And it's still trucking. It's fine. I mean, honestly, now that I have two working mic interfaces, I wish I had this set up when I was like actually playing guitar and banjo regularly. I want to get back into it, but you know, like literally everyone else who has picked up a guitar, I did it a lot in college, and then since then, it's kind of dropped off. But this would be great. A great setup for that. When I was in high school and graduated in 22. Oh yeah, okay. Fair. graduating in 22 as well. I mean, like, you know, people are the age that they are, but that's it's just funny thinking how like different a world it is right now compared to when I was actually in school, because I graduated college in 2014. Yeah. Um, so you're like a good 10 years younger than me. Um, and yeah, you know. Oh, there you go. Um, but just like thinking about the differences in it being in an educational environment with like AI and shit around. Like, God, it sounds so fucking obnoxious. Like, I would not have had to deal. I do not envy people having to like convince their teacher that they did not use AI in a paper. That sounds horrific. And I went to college in like a good period where Google Books was still like kind of fine, and you could find actual like scanned um you know, pages of the primary sources. So like I didn't really have to go to the library all that much. I did a lot of my like, you know, research and gathering resources from Google Books, and I cannot imagine what that's like now. God, I graduated high school in 2010. Although, honestly, to be in my area at the high school that I was at the time, I would not have wanted to be like at any other. If anything, I wish I was maybe a year or two younger or a year or two older. Um, cause like goddamn, the theater teacher that we had there, like nothing else I've ever seen. I did shit in high school that I have not done in professional theater. Like a level of complexity and showmanship and shit that I have not experienced since. Because that guy was wild. Um, our theater teacher. And then that's why I'm not gonna say his name. That's what I'm gonna do to cover myself here. Legally. And so what allegedly happened is about halfway through my tenure at high school, he was found out that he was embezzling money from the theater shows and putting it back into the shows so that the administration didn't get their hands on it and use it for sports. Which is why the shows were so good, because they actually made money. Like, people went and saw them, and then, you know, he used that money to get like really good props and sets and shit. And we did like, in my high school I did Aladdin, and we had rented out like a camel and two horses and some mini horses and some sheep and goats and stuff just to like be around the set. And especially for the Prince Ali number. Um we did The King and I with all the Broadway, or I think it was the off Broadway, no, it was the Broadway revival costumes. So the guys who played the king, who did have to shave their heads, um, wore jackets that Yul Brynner actually wore. Don't know if anyone would be able to trace this back to who I'm actually talking about. If you were from my high school, you might know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was wild. And like, I wish kids could go through that kind of theater experience. Like, it's that guy spawned that guy pushed a lot of people into doing theater just by being like, yeah, we're gonna do some cool shit here. Is the music not going through? There is supposed to be music playing. What's up? What's going on? There's supposed to be, like, background music. It says monitor. Oh, is that because it's mixed too low? And you're just not hearing it in the actual thing. So in which case, I'll put it up. Give it like -8. And then I'll lower my system volume. Yeah, actually, now that I'm looking at the waveforms, you probably don't hear it. Because, yeah, the sound coming through my end... Or, like, to me, it's sounding quite loud. Let me check. And especially for the... Or, like... Let me check. And especially for the... Or, like... Okay. In that case, here, let me... This is also a... Yeah, this is also a fairly, fairly quiet song. Is there any way I can skip this forward? Yes, I can. There we go. Yeah, alright, cool. I just had it mixed too low because I have it in my headphones now, and I'm used to having it, like, from a speaker in front of me. Okay. Hopefully you can still hear me. I think so. I'm being boosted quite a bit. Well, actually, because then you'll want to hear this. So I hope it's not doubling. It might be doubling. Maybe no. 1 second. I can set my monitor. Monitoring device, thank you. To just the headphones. There we go. Now I can hear the music, and no, it still sounds weird. Oh well. OBS is doing some strange things. That's fine. Can I actually... So maybe I just don't have music. Hey, Synchro, how are you? There we go.
Wow! Can you teach me?
Give me a little more.
Wow! Can you teach me?
Okay.
Wow! Can you teach me? Wow! Can you teach me?
63.
Whoa! My bones feel funny. Do it again! Whoa! My bones feel funny. Do it again! Whoa! My bones feel funny. Do it again!
Again.
Whoa! You did that? With your voice?
that just me, or did that, like, glitch out?
You did that? With your voice?
No,
You
okay.
did that? With your voice? You did that? With your voice? You did that? You did that? With your voice? You did that? With your voice?
Yep. No, exactly. That is what file cutting is. I am going through all of the different takes that the voice actor submitted, and this recording has already gone through audio processing, so it got normalized, and any noise reduction that needed to happen has happened. So yeah, I'm just slicing it up into its individual lines and naming it what the creation kit with the engine wants it to be named, because that's just how the creation kit works. It decides what the name of the line wants to be based on its own internal whatever, and you just have to name it that. It's just what it is. I'm sure other engines work differently, but yeah. And then when I'm done the whole file, I can just export everything. And then I gotta convert it a little bit. I gotta do some like little extra processing for it to work within the game, and then it should be in game. Now, if you are interested in doing file cutting, this is another simple task that would not necessarily need a lot of technical skill. You don't have to do the second part of that, where you actually export all the lines and do the processing to get them in game. You can just do this part, which is relatively easy and straightforward, and then export just the label track, and you can put that on our Google Drive, and then people who know how to do the second part of that will just pick that up. You can load up the label track with the same audio that you have, and they can just load that up. The timings will all be the same. It'll all line up exactly as it was, and then they'll export it and do all the other stuff. So this is another way to help if you don't feel like you're super technically inclined, and Audacity is free, and you can run Audacity on a fucking potato. Yeah, the creation kit it's a very strange beast. Once you work with it enough, it's very clear that like the creation kit it's not very much changed from what it was in Morrowind. Like, there's bits and pieces that have been bolted on, but like the chassis is still pretty much what the Gamebryo engine in Morrowind was. And they've just kind of bolted bits and pieces on. But a lot of the stuff beyond that is just like devs messing around. From what I understand of Starfield, basically it won't be. From what I understand of Starfield's Starfield stuff, it's the same thing. In fact, it was very funny. It was like, I don't know, maybe 6 months or so before Starfield. Maybe it was a year before Starfield released. I was interviewed by Bethesda Game Studios for one of their quest design positions. And I spoke with, I forget his name, but he was like the lead quest writer on Starfield. And I was like, oh yeah, and I'm interested to see, what happens with Creation Kit 2, what that's all about. And he was like, I did they actually like rename it this time? Oops. It's not really, like, we haven't noticed. And I was like, yeah, that checks out. Yeah, and I mean, the thing that the Creation Kit does that no other engine really is able to do effectively right now is that persistent world that is so sort of iconic with Bethesda games. Like that whole thing of, you know, you move a random object, and the fact that every random object is like interactable, is kind of like a wild thing for a lot of game engines to do. But yeah, the idea that you can like just move a bottle and go to the complete other side of the world and come back and that bottle is still where you left it is, again, a kind of a big ask for a lot of like the modern game engines. You know, people say like, oh, Bethesda should just move to Unreal or whatnot, and it's like, but you understand, to do that they basically have to rebuild their entire like back end of how the cell system works and how, you know, the game loads in that data from scratch within Unreal, because it does not do that by itself. It's because of that whole cell system. Yeah, the creation engine is just built around the idea that you can, like, you just load this little chunk of the world, and then all the other chunks are like, as far as I understand it, they're broken down like so far to the point where it is just like kind of a text code, and the engine can just remember where every fucking little thing is. It's like crazy that it does that. But it apparently is like just uniquely very good at doing that. And yeah. And I mean, like, it makes sense. Unreal Engine was not built for a game like that. Unity was certainly not built for a game like that. Unreal Engine is basically built for like the original version of it was built for Unreal Tournament. Like, it is built for shooters. It's built for action games. It's not really built for that huge persistent world that needs to remember where every single thing is. It is a bit like Minecraft, actually. Yeah. No, I do not think Elder Scrolls 6 will have Unreal Engine plastered over top of it, because that is such a pain in the ass and introduces so many more like problems. I have not played the Oblivion remaster, but I'm amazed that it exists as that sort of ad hoc system of like it's basically just running the Oblivion engine underneath it, and then this like UE5 graphic layer, which is like wild. But doing that with a full release, I think, would be insane. Because then basically you have to make models. You have to make the entire game in the creation kit, I guess, with like really low poly models, and then remake all of those models for Unreal Engine 5. Like, that's insane. That does not feel tenable for like a normal AAA dev cycle. You know, when it's Oblivion and they already have the game and they're basically like, hey, here's a way that we can do this without having to remake the entire game, actually. We just translate the old code into, you know, whatever this version of the creation kit that we're using. Because it probably is using like a Starfield creation kit. Maybe it's not, I don't know. But we just run all of that underneath it and then have this UE5 like interaction layer over top. In that context, it makes a lot of sense, and it makes the job much easier. In the context of a full new game, that I don't feel like that makes sense. Unreal Engine is very good. Very, very performance intensive.
Did that? With your...
I mean, that's a possibility. I certainly don't doubt that the Fallout 3 remaster that they've been talking about is going to be just Fallout 3 with that same Unreal Engine skin over top. Do you ever think we'll get a 1-to-1 scale like Daggerfall? It's just a different kind of game that I don't think people understand at this point. Like, if you're doing unique NPCs, like every NPC is unique and is written specifically by a writer, no, never. Absolutely not. Do you understand how many people are in even a medieval settlement? Like, upwards of thousands, if not tens of thousands. Writing each individual character, completely impossible. It would take you 20 years, even with like a full cadre of writers that are being paid. And that kind of like really, yeah, that kind of like very like procedural game that Daggerfall was, I just don't feel like people understand it anymore. Like, yeah, I mean, and even then, even if it was one single city, that's again 10,000 something NPCs. If not, I mean, like, what? I'm in. Let's just take like a random smaller city. What is it? Saskatoon population. Okay, fuck the AI bullshit. What's Wikipedia say? I'm not even reading that. Thank you. City. 266,000 people. No. Do you want to write 266,000 NPCs? Absolutely not. Like, that's just not possible. And yeah, could you have that same sort of like procedural, everyone has generic dialogue, and you can make that work. It's just getting the modern like audience. And I mean, some people would understand it. Like, of course, there's indie games that fill every single niche out there. So like, could you make an indie game that is like much smaller scale? In terms of like the graphics quality, like maybe you're doing sprite stuff, maybe you're doing like that kind of simple 3D, low poly 3D style. Maybe that could probably work. But for like a full AAA release that you're spending tens of millions of dollars on, with like all that fidelity in the graphics, and then having the NPCs be super generic and basically procedurally generated, that feels difficult to swallow. Oh yeah, I think those are silly. I think those are really silly. I have seen those, and those are like very silly to me. Yeah, they look insane, but like it looks like what it is, which is like maybe 2 or 3 house models just kind of copy and pasted a million times. And then they ended up making like blocks of those models and just copying and pasting the whole blocks. Like, yeah, like it's I guess neat to look at, but like there's nothing beyond that, I don't think. Like, what are you gonna do with that? Yeah, no, exactly. Like, people don't really understand. And also, procedural generation is just like, you have to, it's a very specific tool, and you have to use it right. Like, exactly, Starfield, I don't think really used it. Is it easy to build a house like that? Because it's not. That's kind of the thing, is that when you make that one house model and then copy and paste it, it looks great from a distance. You know? It's the same reason I like building theater sets instead of cabinetry, because people aren't looking at it from 2 inches away. They're looking at it from 40 feet away. So if there's an errant little gap or something, I don't have to care. But when you're actually down in there, I meant from the city. Oh yeah, I mean, well, but that's the thing without modern technology, that becomes, then if every house is going to be that much effort, why not also make it unique? And not to say that every house historically has been unique. People have had building trends that are definitely determined by the technology of the time. But if this were a realistic perspective, I feel like people would end up, if you have to build it by hand anyway, build it by hand. Make it a little you. From a 3D modeling perspective, absolutely. Yeah. And it also depends on what the building is used for. Because of if it's your house, that's going to have a different, there's a different connection to that than, say, a barn or a grain silo, or even if we're talking about not modern technology, an outhouse. Do you need those to be well built? Absolutely, but do they have the same amount of connection where you're going to want to build them uniquely to you? Not necessarily. I think there's a reason we have the idea of outhouses as those shitty, just a couple of boards tossed together. Because what else are you gonna do? You do kind of the bare minimum, because you don't want to be out there all the time anyway. Where the hell are the toilets? I wish I could tell you. We are keeping with vanilla in the level design, and there are just no toilets. But that's just an Elder Scrolls trope at this point. Some people do have buckets. There are buckets. Although I guess if we're talking about I don't know, there's a couple of explanations that you can put in. Really, does it matter? Not especially. Because the actual lore implication is that people poop. It's just they don't talk about it. I mean, maybe if any of the Kavala projects could fucking survive. I think I've heard of 4 at this point that have all died, but quietly, launched and died in the background. Iliac Bay ended up getting several assets from a Kavala project that died, I think 2 years ago at this point. But the 3D assets were great. Oh, okay, that's why you mentioned. Well, now everyone else who watches this will know. But yeah, that is a very funny thing with Elder Scrolls and how they deal with toilet stuff. I'm not going to say anything about the last word in that sentence, but yeah. I love me some pirates, and that's why
I'd get in trouble
doing this
if I
project.
were doing that. I'd get in trouble if I were doing that.
Yarhar.
I'd get in trouble.
What am I doing? This line, thank you. I've gotten so much work done. I don't know, it's good. I'm just having fun talking, actually.
I'd get in trouble if I were doing that. I'd get in trouble if I were doing that. I'd get in trouble if I were doing that.
Better.
I'd get in trouble if I were doing
Yeah, I think that's probably the best. What did you do, Audacity? Thank you.
I'd get in trouble if I were doing that.
Ooh, actually, no, that's better. That's the best. That's the best one. If you are doing file cutting, make sure to leave a little space on the end of each line. The engine really does want that to be there. It doesn't have to. It doesn't, like, I know that there's like people have a plugin or something that'll put, I think it's like 0.3 seconds on the end. I don't think it has to be that big. Just give it a little extra, give it a little tail. It should be fine. Yeah, no. I mean, I agree with that. I also have heard, I was never really a Pirate Software fan to begin with. But I do know that people had like a huge falling out with him after he kind of got big. I actually don't 100%. I'm just not super plugged into that. But I am of the opinion that allowing, especially students, to use your software for free, I mean, not even allowing, but like the culture that has surrounded that, it is helpful, because like it is, you know, when you don't have the money, you use it, and then eventually you'll figure it out to like a point where you might even become a paying customer, and that is helpful for them. Hot dick. But yeah, like I do wish that more companies that do creative software especially would, yeah, have more of a it's sort of the Chromebook thing. Like Google was actually very smart for giving schools like shit tons of Chromebooks, and this was like, I don't know, 15 years ago at this point. Because that then like trains the children on using Chromebooks, and then when they grow up and they have, you know, they want another computer, what are they going to use? They might use the thing that is familiar to them, Chromebooks. That being said, Google did make a huge mistake with just like fucking abandoning Chrome OS in that way. And what did that do? The American education system, probably not great things, but like not big. He was a decently big animator on YouTube. Maybe I do know his stuff and I just don't know the name offhand. During file cutting, do you also have to choose which one to use? Yeah, no, that is part of it, is choosing which take you think is the best. That became a link for you? Oh, well, because I'm just looking at it through OBS, so actually let me look at it in Twitch. What does it take me to? Nothing. Okay, just took me to nothing. Well, that was a fun experiment. But yeah. So we assume that you as a file cutter are using your best judgment. And I guess if you have any questions, like, I'm also head of the writing team, at least on Iliac Bay, so like you could definitely ask a writer as to what their intent of the line or the voice is. Of course, with any voice types with Skyrim, it wants to match the generic dialogue, so we do want, like, all of the characters to sort of sound alike. It wants to be all one voice, so that the generic lines also fit.
I'd get into trouble.
Like, there's some of these lines that I feel like don't really fit the kid vibe of the rest of the lines.
I'd get in trouble if I were
Yeah, like that one. I mean, you know, they flubbed it at the end, but I feel like even then it doesn't really fit. So like, but this one,
I'd get in trouble if I were doing that.
Yeah, that fits. And that's fine. You know. Voice actors try stuff out, especially when you're doing a weird voice like this, because this is clearly not Renara Hawk's, like, natural voice. Oh yeah, no, it with the engine and the way that it handles dialogue, it is much easier and better to have a small amount of voice actors and have them voicing multiple parts. Because, like, even for this one voice type, like, this is a child voice type. So, think about that. Like, they have less lines than normal for a voice type. And you still have, let's see, we're going from here to, and you can see the numbers that I'm working with in this Google Sheet. We're already into 3,000 lines. To 307. How many do I have? 2975 to 3007, or 2795 to 3007. So that's what, 210 lines. It's a lot. It's a lot to get through. So yeah. And this is just like, you know, I would not even say that we went overboard in terms of, there's probably stuff that I missed in terms of generic dialogue. You know, I would say that this is pretty standard for, like, you just need trespassing lines and assault lines and murder lines and power attack lines and combat to lost, combat to normal, normal to alert. Not messing up my sheet. There's a couple of shared infos from some of the, I don't even think children are supposed to say these lines. I don't know why these lines are in here. Why do you have children saying these lines? I'm pretty sure they should only be for people who have the trainer faction. Which is not anyone that's a child. So, like, yeah, so these just, like, slip through the cracks. It's weird. But, you know, when players shout, when you detect a friend die, when you're fleeing, when you see someone stealing, see someone murdering, see someone assaulting, it adds up really quick. Like, 2 lines for each of those scenarios add up to a bunch real quick. And again, this is a smaller voice type, so this isn't even including, like, oh, our male rough voice type that is, like, a bunch of pirates, a couple of unique characters, any of the Nords, any of the Orcs, and then the Nords and Orcs also include pirates, so they have pirate lines, and it's like, yeah, it gets crazy real quick.
I'd get in trouble if I were ever doing.
Okay, we're still on this. Let's get to the next one.
By the gods! This can't be happening!
Oh, good. Okay, good. I was like, I don't know where that one's gonna be, but I found it. It is when they notice a corpse. Observing combat, when they swing. Oh yeah, if the player swings a weapon just in the air. Yeah, you know. I work with what I've got. I think there are some lines that I definitely have that same thought, like, oh, you know, I would have done this a little more this way, but, like, work with what you got. Because I don't want to give them too many retakes. I will note down anything that I feel really needs a retake, but, like, also, when you actually see these, like, in-game, they come and go in a flash. So if it's not, like, 100% perfect, I'm still kind of like, no, I don't think you're wrong. I just don't think it's like enough of an issue to really request a retake for me, and that's just again my opinion. I know I am fairly lax on these things.
By the gods! This can't be happening! 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 By the gods!
Better?
This can't be happening!
I actually might like this one the best. Just again, going for that like young child boy is the voice that we're going for. So I think some of those got a little outside of that, and that's fine.
Oh no! No! Oh no! No!
She's got an interesting lilt going in that no. No! Where's that line? Here we go, detect friend die.
Oh no! No! Oh no! No! Oh no! No!
Better. I like that much better.
Oh no! No!
Yeah, I still think this one.
Is that a body? Ah! Ah!
Almost sounds like it's peaking just a little bit. Nose corpse.
Is that a body? Ah!
I mean, depending on how much voice work you're doing, that could be viable. I don't feel like that's viable for this project because, again, I mean, let's see, this is the full dialogue export for just the 2 islands that we're working on for the vertical slice, and it is 6,085 lines. Quite a bit. I don't know if I would want to record, you know, even a decent chunk of those myself. Yeah. But if you're doing like a more cinematic thing where you can afford to, you know, take that amount of in detail instruction for your VAs, absolutely. I might even do the same thing in such a scenario. Yes, it's still this line. Okay. I'm just doing this.
That a body? Ah! Is that a body? Ah! Is that a body? Ah!
I like
Is
this one
that
too.
A body? Ah!
I like the disgust in this
Is
one.
that a body? Ah!
There's an element of disgust in that that I really like.
Ah! A dead body! 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 You look...
Whoop.
You look... weird. Are you sick?
Are you sick? This one. World encounter comment diseased. Yeah.
You look weird. Are you sick? You look weird. Are you sick? You look weird. Are you sick? You look weird. Are you sick?
It's a third for me.
You look weird. Are you sick?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard any others that I like as much as 3. 1, 2.
You look weird. Are you sick?
Yeah.
Gross! You smell like a wet dog.
Kind of like that. That'll be the werewolf ones, which I think are in hellos. That's the naked ones. Comment naked. Just in the generic hellos. What are your generic hellos? You smell like wet dog. No, you should have. Oh. Yes.
Gross! You smell like a wet dog. Gross! You smell like a wet dog.
It's got that, like, childlike, sort of, like, nasal whine to it that I like. I will listen to the others, but I like that one.
Gross! You smell like a wet dog.
I like that too, actually.
Gross! You smell like a wet dog. Gross! You smell like a wet dog. You look like a dead body. Gross! You smell like a wet dog. Gross! You smell like a wet dog. Gross! You smell like a wet dog.
Yeah. I like that, like, more guttural gross. It feels a bit more, like, young boy to me. In that, like, creepy crawlies. Like, 90s creepy crawler commercials. Gross!
Gross!
Gross! That.
Gross! You smell like a wet dog. Gross! You smell... You look like a dead body I saw once. You look like a dead body I saw once.
It's not
You
bad.
look like a dead body I saw once. You look like a dead body I saw once. You look like a dead body I saw once. Why is it so dark? Why is it so dark?
We did actually recently have someone confirm that the eclipse does work in the Iliac Bay world space, so that's good. So these lines should have a chance to fire. I did try doing that once, but apparently just having whatever it is, Oriel's bow, like, doesn't do it. You have to... There's like a bunch of other flags that you have to have that happen during that quest line.
is it so dark? Why is it so dark? Why is it so dark?
I like that she gave me these this descending order of intensity.
Why is it so dark? Why is it so dark? Why is it so dark?
That's nice. That's good.
Why is it so dark?
I think I might go for the highest intensity of this because
Why is it so dark? Why is it so dark?
actually that sounds a little like Bradish. That I do want a little more concern in it.
Why is it so dark?
Like that one.
Why is it so dark? The sun! It's gone!
That's not right. Doodle-doo-doo.
The sun! It's gone! 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 It's not garbage, it's my
Oh yeah, now we're getting to the actual I'm actually quite
It's
excited.
not garbage, it's my sword! I'm just not playing with it right now.
Let's see. Okay. Now we gotta find the... there we go. These are the unique child blinds.
It's not garbage! It's my sword! I'm just not playing with it right now. It's not garbage! It's my sword! I'm just not playing with it right now. It's not garbage! It's my sword! I'm just not playing with it right now. It's not garbage! It's my sword! Just not playing with it right now.
I don't think that one's gonna translate in gameplay, but I actually really like...
Garbage!
What is it?
It's my sword!
It's my sword! Oh man, it's my sword!
It's not garbage! It's my... It's not garbage! It's my sword! I'm just not playing with it right now. It's not garbage!
Yeah, like...
It's not garbage! It's my sword! I'm just not playing with it right now.
Because again, this is a scene that the player might still be walking around while listening to, so I like that this is consistent in the volume.
It's not... It's not a toy! It's not a toy! And... No, I guess not. It's not a toy! And... No, I guess not. It's not a toy! And... No, I guess not. It's not a toy! And...
That peak.
No, I guess not. It's not a toy! And... No, I guess not. It's not a toy! And... No, I guess not.
Okay. Might have to do a little bit of slight splicing.
No, I guess not. It's not a toy! And... No, I guess not. It's not a toy! And... I guess not.
So I like this reading of it's not a toy. I might want to splice it with something like this.
It's not a toy! And... No, it's not.
I think that might...
It's not a toy! gone.
Yeah. I think this might be
Yes, Rosalie. Yes, Rosalie. Yes, Rosalie.
Okay, good.
Yes, Rosalie.
Thank you.
Yes, Rosalie.
Thank you for giving me the other take of that name because, yeah, it's Razili, not Razili. But that is fine.
Yes, Rosalie. Yes, Rosalie. Yes, Rosalie. Yes, Rosalie.
She really wants to say
Yes,
Razili.
Rosalie. Yes, Rosalie. Yes,
I think that one's still good.
I don't know if I want one, Gabri. Pa had one. A huge great axe. I don't know if I want one, Gabri. Pa had one. A huge great axe. Now he's dead. I don't know if I want one, Gabri. Pa had one. A huge great axe. Now he's dead.
Gabri. So this would be Tepi. Yes, okay. No, that still makes sense. Never mind. Good. I was just thinking if I had to change a level design thing because it mentioned a great axe, but no, that's not the same character. We're
I don't know if I want one, Gabri. Pa had one. A huge great axe. Now he's dead.
That's actually a good read.
I don't know if I want one, Gabri. Pa had one. A huge great axe. Now he's dead.
That's what you-
I don't know if I want one, Gabri. Pa had one. A huge great axe. Now he's dead. I need a combat partner. There's only you and. Yes, Rosalie.
Shut up and don't react to that. You can eat your shit.
I don't know if I want one, Gab. I don't know if I want one, Gabri. Pa had one. A huge great axe. Now he's dead.
Excuse me, Jesus. James.
I don't know.
Oh boy. I can hear the cats. The cats are coming for me. It's getting close to their feeding time.
But I need a combat partner. There's only you and Quasi. And she says she hates warriors. She wants to be a sailor or a farmer or something. But I need a combat partner. There's only you and Quasi. She says she hates warriors. She wants to be a sailor or a farmer or something. But I need a combat partner. There's only you and Quasi. She says she hates warriors. She wants to be a sailor or a farmer or something. But I need a combat partner. There's only you and Quasi. She says she hates
Hey.
warriors.
Good to see you.
She wants to be a sailor or a farmer or something. Well, maybe I should just be a sailor or...
Okay. So that one I am going to have to ask for. Oh, actually, there might be retakes in that already, because we do have a retake file that that is over here.
And that Kai's girl? She's just plain odd. Talking about bugs and shells and stuff.
It's Koe's. Like Koe's. Koe's.
Boys are more sensible and more fun. And that Kai's girl, she's just plain...
Oh no, we're gonna have to ask them for retakes again.
That Kai's girl. Boys are more sensible and more fun. And that Kai's...
Okay. Yeah, this is an instance where you might just want to provide an audio for someone. Koe's. Koe's.
Boys are more sensible. Talking about bugs and that Kai's girl.
No.
Stay away from Kai's unless you want...
No!
Stay away from Kai's unless you want...
It's Koe's. I'm pretty sure we had that in the pronunciation guide, didn't we? Pretty sure we did. Yeah. Koe's. Koe's off Kair. Koe's. Okay. All right. Well, that's how it is.
Yes, Rosalie. Yes, Rosalie. I don't know if...
That one does need its thing. Yeah, this one was fine. So yeah, I'm going to
Murder,
message.
banditry, assault,
Yeah.
theft, and lollygagging.
I'll probably message this voice actor tomorrow and like record a clip for them. Oh, that's obnoxious. I'm very sorry. I feel bad for I feel bad for making them do this 3 times over some of these lines, but like it does need to be somewhat consistent.
I don't know if... Maybe I should just be a sailor.
Yeah, this
Well, maybe I should just be a sailor or a farmer or something. Well, maybe I should be a sailor.
little too.
Well, maybe I should just be a sailor.
It's the ones that I just went through is the pronunciation of the name here of this character, this other character. They gave their first round of takes said Koizi. Their second round of takes said Kai's. The correct pronunciation is Koi's. So I need to circle back with them and yeah, make sure some of these are pronouncing it correctly, so that it is all consistent. Yep, it happens. Codes is the long O.
Well,
Don't take away the line. Thank you.
well, maybe I should just be a sailor or a farmer or something. Well, maybe I should just be a sailor or a farmer or something.
I like that one.
Well, maybe I should just be a sailor or a farmer or something.
I actually kind of like this one too.
Well,
This one has a
maybe I
bit
should
of like
just be a sailor or a farmer or something.
that bratty energy, like frustrated kid
Well,
that I kind of
maybe I
like.
should just be a sailor or a farmer or something.
Yeah, I think I might actually like this one better.
Well, I should just be a sailor or a farmer or something. Well, maybe I should just be a sailor or a farmer.
Yeah, okay, no. I like this. This one. Boop.
Devi, Kibu, who's gonna defend the island if the Nudri attack? Old Bora and his slow-dragging feet? Tevi, Kibu, who's gonna defend the island if the Nudri attack?
I see, going right from like, oh, they didn't get this line, but they got this line perfect. This one, I like the use of Kibu. It's like, hey, kid.
Devi, Kibu, who's gonna defend the island if
kid.
the Nudri attack?
I'm gonna help you out
Bora
here.
and his slow-dragging feet? Tevi, Kibu,
Debbie, baby. I'm gonna help you out.
Tevi, Kibu, who's gonna defend the island if the Nudri attack? Old Bora and his slow-dragging feet? Tevi, Kibu, who's gonna defend the island if the Nudri attack? Old Bora and his slow-dragging feet? Tevi, Kibu, who's gonna defend the island if the Nudri attack? Tevi, Kibu, who's gonna defend the island?
Okay, I like your
Devi,
first.
Kibu,
Deb, Kibu.
who's gonna defend the island if the Nudri attack? Old Bora and his slow-dragging feet?
I like the laugh along with it.
But why does it have to be me? 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 I didn't say that. But it's good to be ready. Help me prepare so I can protect the town better. I didn't say that, but it's good to be ready. Help me prepare so I can protect the town better. I didn't say that, but it's good to be ready. Help me prepare so I can protect the town better.
Oh, I like this one. I like this one.
Hey, maybe I'll take up a short blade. Something I can carry while sailing or farming. Okay. Maybe I'll take up a short blade. Something I can carry while sailing or farming. Okay. Maybe I'll take up a short blade. Something I can carry while sailing or farming. Bad. Bad. Itty. Bad. Itty. 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 Or farming. Ite.
Thank you.
Bad. Itty. Bad. Ite. Bad. Ite. Bad. Ite.
There you go. Boop, boop. For context,
Bad.
this is like a scene where
Ite.
the Ite is being like,
Bad.
"Hey, kid, why you look so? How you doing there, kid?" He's like, "Bad. Why bad?"
Godfrey is being mean and pushy. I think he is a pinnacle. Godfrey is being mean and pushy. I think he is a pinnacle. Gavri is being
Let's be
mean
more
and
declarative.
pushy. I think he is a Pinecco.
Better?
Gavri is being mean and pushy. I think he is a Pinecco. Gavri is being mean and pushy. I think he's a Pinecco.
Oh, that's quite good.
Gavri is being mean and pushy. I think he's a Pinecco. Gavri is being mean and pushy. I think he's a Pinecco. Gavri is being mean and pushy. I think he's a Pinecco. I think he's a Pinecco. I think he's a Pinecco.
I mean, we might need some amount of that for Western Reach. I know the like Reach language is mostly Gaelic, I think. It's like Gaelic inspired. It's not quite Slavic, but
Gavri is being mean and pushy. I think he's a Pinecco.
yeah.
Oh. Oh.
I don't know where that one's from. Oof.
You shouldn't play with bugs. They're poison. You shouldn't play.
I don't know, I liked that one more. Aha, there it is.
You shouldn't play with bugs. They're poison. 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 You shouldn't play with bugs. They're poison.
I like the first one.
You shouldn't play with bugs. They're poison. You
Just like that very, like, know-it-all. That's good.
Koizi sam topra, tuwaka tu isana. Koizi sam. Koizi sam.
I was thinking for a second, is there a way that I can manipulate the audio to, like, take out that extra E and elongate the koi? Kois? There probably is, but that might be a thing for another day, because it is getting a little late over here, and I probably should feed the cats. I did start a little late. So I went a little extra. What? I've been streaming for like an hour and a half. It's not too bad. But I'm starting to feel it. So, yeah, this might be a good place to head off. Got a good bit done. I was only like 10 minutes in, and now, what, I'm like halfway through the full thing? Yeah. That's pretty good. Might actually be able to get this finished by tomorrow and have it in for the merge this weekend. Goodness. That would be sweet. But yeah. Feel free to get me on the community servers if anyone's interested in the intricacies of file cutting. I know there's been some stuff on the AU about it, and people have kind of been getting together like a file cutting strike team, like a cross province, team of people that'll just go around and be file cutting for whatever project needs it. Because several projects are in voice acting right now. What else? Oh, also, I guess if anyone's in the area, this Saturday I'm going to be at Ranger Boom in Baltimore at the Lord Baltimore Hotel. Yeah, it's like a big Power Rangers convention, and I'm gonna be there with a local game store that I work with, and I'm gonna be running the board game Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. So if you're in the area and interested to come on out, Power Rangers convention, why not? I'm getting free tickets to it to go and run some games, so like, sure. I'm happy to be there. I like me some Power Rangers. Yeah. Anyway, I will see you all next week. Thank you for tuning in. Talk to you later. You have a good night.